Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear brothers and sisters. I hope you're well. And inshallah, I pray that you're doing very, very well. Brothers and sisters, without further ado, inshallah, we're going to begin inshallah in earnest. I am about to invite our dear reciter, one of the young reciters, mashallah. I've been told that he's coming on very soon. We're just trying to locate him. And inshallah, as soon as he's ready, I will inshallah get him on. So inshallah, if you don't mind bearing with us for a couple of minutes, and inshallah we will as soon as possible get him. If somebody can call him, Sister Rabi, if you can call him, that would be wonderful. I obviously can't call him while I'm doing live program, but young Yusuf, if you are listening to our program, please come on board and join us, inshallah. We're waiting for you to recite the Quran. There you go. I found him now, mashallah. Okay, let me now invite him, brothers and sisters, if you don't mind. I'm going to invite young Yusuf. As soon as you hear Yusuf, as soon as you see my invitation, please follow this link and come on, inshallah. I've just sent it to you. Please find on your WhatsApp link. This is going to appear right now. Okay, brothers and sisters, it is alhamdulillah, 4 Ramadan's gone. Subhanallah, 4 fasting has gone. In the meantime, the 5th one has just arrived in front of us. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Laka alhamdu ya Rab kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhika wa azim sultanik. We thank Allah. We say, Laka alhamdu ya Rab. All praises be to Allah. To him all praises belong. He is the Lord of the universe. Kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhika wa azim sultanik. We praise him and all the praise that belongs to him as much as his face and his majesty deserves. People are responding already. I am seeing Aziz Ahmad, Hilal Mia, and many other people who have come forward. Ishaq Abu Rumayya, Jasad, you are looking very handsome, mashallah. Thank you, Ishaq. You can compete, inshallah. I don't mind. For Hana Begum Khaliq, Assalamu alaikum. Ajmal Bhai knows Hana and the children, alhamdulillah. Junaid Ali, Assalamu alaikum. And everybody else, I'm saying salam to everybody, wherever you are. Yusuf, I've sent you a link. Please follow the link and come on. We're waiting for you to come and recite the Quran for us. The link has gone to you. I'm going to send the link to my dearest sister, the chairwoman of the masjid, that is Wightman Road Masjid. I've also sent her the link, so she can then circulate that link to the right person. If Yusuf can't get through, can somebody please help her, inshallah? We have Imam Qadir, who is going to the recitation, who is going to do the translation. Imam Qadir is also going to get my invitation right now. Imam Qadir, if you're listening, you're about to get the translation, you're about to get the link to come on board to, inshallah, do the translation, inshallah. We also have my dear brother who is coming later on, Junaid and Imam Mushtaq. I'm going to send them all a message each. As soon as I have had the Quran reciter come and join me, that's the most important part. Where is my Quran reciter? If the Quran reciter is not going to be here, I think I might have to recite it myself. Where is my Quran reciter? Imam Abdul Qadir, come and join us. Your turn is here to do the translation. Shumon Nurul Haq says, I love the show. Thank you, Shumon. Allah bless you for that. Assalamu alaikum, bye. You still look the same in college days. Are you sure I look the same? Ah, look at that. Imam Abdul Qadir is here. Imam Abdul Qadir is here before the reciter. Imam Abdul Qadir, you have to find the reciter for me. You're the translator today. Yusuf is here. Allahu Akbar. We should celebrate that. Allahu Akbar. Salam alaikum, Yusuf.
Wa alaikum salam.
How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah. How are
I'm sorry, I confused you a bit. You got the link eventually, alhamdulillah. Which verses are you reciting today?
I'm going to read from the 5th verse.
5th Jude, right? And which surah is that?
Surah An-Nisa.
From the beginning of Nisa or middle of Nisa?
Middle.
Which verse?
24.
MashaAllah. Okay, let's see how we do. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Yusuf, all yours. Go ahead.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والمحصنات من النساء إلا ما ملكت أيمانكم كتاب الله عليكم، وأحل لكم ما وراء ذلكم أن تبتغوا بأموالكم محصنين غير مسافحين، فما استمتعتم به منهن فآتوهن أجورهن فريضة، ولا جناح عليكم فيما تراضيتم به من بعد الفريضة، إن الله كان عليما حكيما. ومن لم يستطع منكم طولا أن ينكح المحصنات المؤمنات فمما ملكت أيمانكم من فتياتكم المؤمنات والله أعلم بإيمانكم بعضكم من بعض، فانكحوهن بإذن أهلهن وآتوهن أجورهن بالمعروف محصنات غير مسافحات ولا متخذات أخدان، فإذا أحسن فإن أتين بفاحشة فعليهن نصف ما على المحصنات من العذاب ذلك لمن خشي العنة منكم، وأن تصبروا خير لكم، والله غفور رحيم. يريد الله ليبين لكم ويهديكم سنن الذين من قبلكم ويتوب عليكم، والله عليم حكيم. والله يريد أن يتوب عليكم ويريد الذين يتبعون الشهوات أن تميلوا ميلا عظيما. يريد الله أن يخفف عنكم وخلق الإنسان ضعيفا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تأكلوا أموالكم بينكم بالباطل إلا أن تكون تجارة عن تراض منكم، ولا تقتلوا أنفسكم إن الله كان بكم رحيما. ومن يفعل ذلك عدوانا وظلما فسوف نصليه نارا، وكان ذلك على الله يسيرا. إن تجتنبوا كبائر ما تنهون عنه نكفر عنكم سيئاتكم وندخلكم مدخلا كريما. ولا تتمنوا ما فضل الله به بعضكم على بعض، للرجال نصيب مما اكتسبوا وللنساء نصيب مما اكتسبن، واسألوا الله من فضله إن الله كان بكل شيء عليما. ولكل جعلنا موالي مما ترك الوالدان والأقربون والذين عقدت أيمانكم فآتوهم نصيبهم إن الله كان على كل شيء شهيدا. الرجال قوامون على النساء بما فضل الله بعضهم على بعض وبما أنفقوا من أموالهم، فالصالحات قانتات حافظات للغيب بما حفظ الله. واللاتي تخافون نشوزهن فعظوهن واهجروهن في المضاجع واضربوهن، فإن أطعنكم فلا تبغوا عليهن سبيلا إن الله كان عليا كبيرا. وإن خفتم شقاق بينهما فبعثوا حكما من أهله وحكما من أهلها يريدا إصلاحا يوفق الله بينهما إن الله كان عليما خبيرا. واعبدوا الله ولا تشركوا به شيئا وبالوالدين إحسانا وبذي القربى واليتامى والمساكين والجار ذي القربى والجار الجنب والصاحب بالجنب وبني السبيل وما ملكت أيمانكم إن الله لا يحب من كان مختالا فخورا. الذين يبخلون ويأمرون الناس بالبخل ويكتمون ما آتاهم الله من فضله وأعتدنا للكافرين عذابا مهينا. والذين ينفقون أموالهم رئاء الناس ولا يؤمنون بالله ولا باليوم الآخر ومن يكن الشيطان له قرينا فساء قرينا. وماذا عليهم لو آمنوا بالله بالله واليوم الآخر وأنفقوا مما رزقهم الله وكان الله بهم عليما إن الله لا يظلم مثقال ذرة وإن تك حسنة يضاعفها ويؤت من لدنه أجرا عظيما فكيف إذا جئنا من كل أمة بشهيد وجئنا بك على هؤلاء شهيدا يومئذ يود الذين كفروا وعصوا الرسول لو تسوى بهم الأرض ولا يكتمون الله يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تقربوا الصلاة وأنتم سكارى حتى تعلموا ما تقولون ولا جنبا إلا عابري سبيل حتى تغتسلوا وإن كنتم مرضى أو على سفر أو جاء أحد منكم من الغائط أو لامستم النساء فلم تجدوا ماء فتيمموا صعيدا طيبا فامسحوا بوجوهكم وأيديكم إن الله كان عفوا غفورا ألم تر إلى الذين أوتوا نصيبا من الكتاب يشترون الضلالة ويريدون أن تضلوا السبيل والله أعلم بأعدائكم وكفى بالله وليا وكفى بالله نصيرا من الذين هادوا يحرفون الكلم عن مواضعه ويقولون سمعنا وعصينا واسمع غير مسمع وراعنا ليا بألسنتهم وطعنا في الدين ولو أنهم قالوا سمعنا وأطعنا واسمع وانظرنا لكان خيرا لهم وأقوم ولكن لعنهم الله بكفرهم فلا يؤمنون إلا قليلا يا أيها الذين أوتوا الكتاب آمنوا بما نزلنا مصدقا لما معكم من قبل أن نطمس وجوها يا أيها الذين أوتوا الكتاب آمنوا بما نزلنا مصدقا لما معكم من قبل أن نطمس وجوها فنردها على أدبارها أو نلعنهم كما لعنا أصحاب السبت وكان أمر الله مفعولا
Go on. I think that's where you're supposed to stop today at 47. Yes, 24 to 47. Did you hear me? You're wonderful, Yusuf. MashaAllah. Where did you learn to memorize the Quran?
Wightman Mosque.
Okay, and who teaches you?
What do you mean?
Who is your teacher?
Brother Muzammil.
MashaAllah. May Allah give Muzammil hayatan tayyiba, and may Allah give you the strength and hayatan tayyiba to be able to continue reciting like this. Well done. How old are you, young man?
11.
And are you keeping all the fasts today?
Yeah.
This year? Did you do last year as well?
Yeah.
MashaAllah. Well done. Well done. Do you have any particular favorite food that you like in the month of Ramadan for iftar?
I don't mind as long as I eat.
What did you get today for iftar?
I had spaghetti and bolognese.
Whoa, that's nice. You know what I had for iftar today?
No.
Noodles with chicken. Very nice. Thank you, Yusuf. We'll see you again, inshallah. Let's say goodbye to you. Assalamu alaikum. Do you want to say salam and hello to anybody else online?
Assalamu alaikum.
To all your friends and families and your fans. Your uncle Junaid Ali says, MashaAllah. Do you have an uncle here, Junaid Ali? No. Who is your uncle?
Aziz Ahmed.
Aziz, that's right. Aziz has said, that's my nephew. MashaAllah. Okay, take care of yourself. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. That was young Yusuf, mashallah. Now we have with us old Abdul Qadir as opposed to young Yusuf. Assalamu alaikum, Shaykh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
How are you doing?
I'm very well. I'm not that old.
You're young, but compared to Yusuf, you are old, who I mentioned.
Of course, yeah. Yusuf is one of our sons. He's a very good boy, mashallah.
MashaAllah, mashallah. Look, so many messages have come through. Alhamdulillah. Alfonso says salam. Junaid Ali says salam alaikum, mashallah. Ismail says, mashallah, Noor of Ramadan is radiating from your face intensely today. From you intensely, so much so that I am struggling to see you. Put your glasses on, bro. Asif Ansari says he's probably having his samosa. Alhamdulillah, my nephew Yusuf Aziz says, mashallah, Aziz Ansari, Asif Ansari, thank you. Lots of good messages of support. Beautiful recitation, young man. Muhammad Shamoon. Alfonso says, when sitting during prayer and after reciting at-tahiyatu, is Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min, I can't remember. He didn't finish his. Finish your question, Alfonso, in one writing so I can read it. Because when searching online, I find different things. I also find that some people, anyway, that's a question for later. Inshallah, we'll do. Sheikh Abdul Qadir, please give us a translation, inshallah, not all of it, but few verses.
Inshallah. I'll start off from the beginning. My brothers and sisters, inshallah, we're starting off from Surah Nisa, verse number 24, and I'll try and read as much of it as I can before my time
You've got 5 minutes precisely.
Okay. Inshallah. Right. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Beginning from verse number 24, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in these verses is talking about us as Muslims, whom we can marry and whom we cannot marry. So some of it has already passed, but continuing on from verse number 24, also forbidden are those women who are already married, except those servants whom your right hands possess. Thus Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordained for you, all others are lawful, provided that you seek marriage within them with mahr, which is the bridal money given by the husband to his wife at the time of marriage, from amongst your own property, and you desire chastity, not committing illegal sexual intercourse. So with those of whom you have enjoyed sexual relations, give them their mahr as prescribed. But if after a mahr is prescribed, you mutually agree to give more, that is better, and there is no sin upon you, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all-knowing, all-wise. Next verse. And whoever of you have not means whereby to wed free believing women, they may wed believing women from amongst those who are servants. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has full knowledge about your faith, and you are from one another and you are with one another. Wed them with the permission of their relatives, their guardians, and give them their mahr according to what is reasonable. And if they be chaste, not committing illegal sex or taking boyfriends, and if they have been taken into wedlock, then they must be cared for and looked after. But if they take boyfriends or if they engage in illegal sex, then it is for you to seek that they are disciplined. Next verse. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wishes to make clear what is lawful and what is unlawful to you, and to show you the ways of those before you, and accept your repentance. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all knower, all wise. Next verse. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wishes to accept your repentance, but those who follow their lusts wish that you believers should deviate tremendously away from the right path. Next verse. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wishes to lighten the burden for you, and man was created weak, meaning cannot be patient and stay away from sexual intercourse with women for an extended period of time. Verse number 29. O you who believe, eat not up your property from amongst yourselves unjustly, except that it be a trade amongst you by mutual consent. And do not kill each other, do not commit murder, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is the most kind and He is the most merciful to you. And whoever commits that through aggression and injustice, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will throw him into the fire of Jahannam, and everything is easy for Allah. Next verse. And if you avoid the great sins by which you are forbidden to do, then we shall forgive you for your small sins and admit you into Jannatul Firdaus. And do not wish for the things in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made some of you excel others. For men, there is reward for what they have earned, and likewise for women, there is reward for what they have earned. And ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala of His bounty, because surely Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the all-wise and knower of everything. And to everyone, we have appointed heirs to their property left by the parents and relatives. To those also with whom you have made a pledge, give them their due portion, because truly Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a witness over all things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, men are the protectors and maintainers of women, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made one of them to excel the other, and because they spend to support from their means. Therefore, the righteous women are devoutly obedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and devoutly obedient to their husbands, and guard in the husband's absence what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala orders them to guard. For example, their chastity and their husband's property. As to those women on whose part you see ill conduct, admonish them first. Next, refuse to share their beds, and last, discipline them if it is necessary. But if they return to obedience, seek not against them means of annoyance. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is the most high and He is the most mighty. And if you fear a breach between them, a man and his wife, appoint two arbitrators, one from his family and the other from her family, if they both wish to seek peace. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will cause their reconciliation, because indeed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the all-knower, well acquainted with all things. Worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and join none with Him in worship, and do good to parents, kinsfolks, orphans, the poor, the neighbor who is near of kin, the neighbor who is a stranger, the companion by your side, the wayfarer whom you may meet, and those servants whom your right hands possess. Verily, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not like those people who are proud and boastful.
Jazakallah khair, Shaykh Abdul Qadir. I want you to pause here. Lots of amazing meanings have been read. So many injunctions from Allah. Thank you again. I hope you're well, and I hope your iftar was even better than yesterday.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, pretty much.
Was it biryani again?
Yes, chicken biryani with egg and potato today.
You're doing well, mashallah. Very good. Thank you for us. Inshallah, we'll talk again.
But there is one thing, Bay, and that is that you must tell everyone your secret of your youth. All of us, we use Nivea cream for men, but you mentioned the other day you use olive oil. So please do let all the men know that if they start using the olive oil, inshallah, they'll have nice, beautiful, young, youthful skin like yourself.
I can tell you one thing, Abdul Qadir. I've never ever used any cream in my entire life. Alhamdulillah.
Really?
Never.
You have to go shopping tomorrow morning and buy some as well.
Just water. Just water. Water you drink. That's what you need to use on your face and wudu, inshallah. Thank you again. Allah bless you. We're doing a Imam's fan club here, it looks like. Which Imam is most handsome? I think that's the competition here. But no competition with our amazing young Imams. We're becoming too old for such competition. Brothers and sisters, wherever you are, join us. We're doing an amazing program again, bringing it together, the communities, Wightman Road Mosque and every other localities, wherever you are, people from West London, East London, different parts of London have joined us, alhamdulillah. May Allah keep us together. This was Juz 5 and was Surah An-Nisa. Part of it was read today. The summary of Juz 5 is very simple. It's all about family relationship. In particular, the relationship of husband and wife and how disputes should be resolved if they arise. So if husband and wife are facing dispute, they should find a trustworthy mediator. In our family cases, unfortunately, if you get your uncles, your aunties, your brothers, your sisters, your third cousins and fifth cousins and this, that and the other, every single person involved, your relationship is going to get back to us. The best is to find somebody who's trustworthy, number one. Number two, who can keep it secret. A confidentiality can be guaranteed. Somebody who can be an objective arbiter, and only then should you bring those people together to mediate between you. If not, go to an independent arbiter who is not related to you, who is trustworthy, who can guarantee confidentiality, who can give you professional advice, counselors, and so on. So marital relationship should be based on respect, mutuality, and of course, if there is any dispute, you should always seek arbitration from an objective, fair-minded, impartial arbiter. The command of Allah to obey Allah and His Messenger and those placed in authority over us, and that any differences must be referred back to the book of Allah and Sunnah of Rasulullah is also another verse that we find, another teaching that we find very important for us to note. Seeking the third lesson we learn, seeking a law besides the law of Allah for judgment is a trait of the hypocrites. Indeed, they do all they can to turn a person away from Allah and His law. A fourth lesson we learn, practical legal guidance, shortening the prayer while on a journey, a description of prayer at the time of fear, marital law, how to deal with discord, the importance of justice, the rule of pertaining to separation, all the while reminding a person of being aware that Allah is always watching us and we should be conscious of Him. And then the fifth lesson we learn in this particular juz, details of how the hypocrites align themselves with Allah's enemy, their laziness in worship, and their final end is hellfire, describing hypocrites. Now, I just want to clarify, a hypocrite, according to Rasulullah, is a person, when they speak, they lie, when they make a promise, they break, and if you give them a trust, they break that trust. If all three are present in any person, then Rasulullah said that person has all the signs of hypocrisy. So we should stay away from lying, we should stay away from breaking promises, and we should stay away from breaching trusts. Having previously refuted the people of the book in the previous chapter and their belief with regards to Isa alayhi salam and his mother Maryam, Allah now expands on how the people of the book went wrong. It tells us of how Isa alayhi salam was raised to Allah rather than being crucified on the cross, and how the same message was preached by Isa as it was preached by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's very important for us to know that we've got Christian friends out there, our colleagues, our neighbors, maybe members of our family who are Christian. We should respectfully express with them our love and kindness, but also our principal position. Isa alayhi salam is a prophet of Allah. He was born out of a mother. We'll inshallah talk about him in more details. But in this particular section, it clarifies that Isa alayhi salam was not crucified. He was not killed. He was raised up to the heavens. This is very important to know. In detailing their relationship with Allah and their prophet, we find lessons for us. The final verse is on inheritance, exemplifying the social guidance cannot be separated from one's belief. Allah Azza wa Jal gives us an inheritance law. We must all make a will in this country, remember that, especially in a country where Islamic law doesn't apply. So we should make a will that will help us disperse our wealth fairly and Islamically. And if you can make a will, then the execution of the will be done according to your wishes. However, if you don't make any will and leave or die without a will, the country's law will take precedence, and therefore your wealth will be dispersed according to the law of the land. As Muslims, we should all make a will, and that will should be according to the Quran. Remember, Allah has preordained, already prescribed how the money and the wealth should be distributed amongst our family members. 2/3 of it is preordained, prescribed, ordered by Allah. That's all you have to do. And 1/3 Allah has given you to a disposal to put right, perhaps injustice somewhere, give somebody who needs it more, perhaps divide it up into small parts and give it to people who otherwise would not be inheriting anything from you, or anything else that you like to support. 1/3 only, but 2/3 is preordained. Remember that. So if you are a person who is an adult and have assets, please make a will, an Islamic will, so that when you pass away, it can be executed according to Islam. The juz continues with the chapter of Al-Ma'idah, the table spread, the 5th chapter of the Quran. The chapter is named after the spread of food that was requested by the disciples of Isa alayhi salam, and its crowning verse is the 3rd verse in Allah's declaration that Islam is perfect and His favor upon us are now complete. This is the last of the verses that was revealed according to Mufassirun. اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا. That was the verse that was revealed. إن الدين عند الله الإسلام, and surely only religion acceptable to the eyes of Allah is Islam. That's the summary of the entire juz, my brothers and sisters. Juz number 5. As Ramadan approaches us, 5th juz is going to be would have been recited today in the masajids, in our mosques. We did not recite the entire juz, but we recited 25 verses or something like that. And alhamdulillah, we gave you some translation, and I've given you a summary of it, alhamdulillah. So now our next guest should be lining up, and the next guest who is supposed to be coming on board is our dear brother Junaid Ahmed, inshallah. If Junaid, you're listening, line yourself up, inshallah, and come and join us. What I want to introduce today, if you're listening, brothers and sisters, families and friends, I've got a question for you. Let's see if you can answer it. It's a riddle, okay? It's a riddle, and you have to break this riddle. Let me see if I can find it for you. Okay, riddle number 1. Get ready for the first person to answer, the quickest, the fastest, and the first person to write here on my left hand side. I am a prayer amongst the 5 obligatory prayers. I am prayed quietly. The prayer before me is prayed loudly, and the one after me is prayed loudly also. Which prayer am I? Did you hear that? Let me repeat that again. I'm a prayer amongst the 5 obligatory prayers. I'm prayed quietly. The prayer before me is prayed loudly. The prayer after me is prayed loudly also. Which prayer am I? That's a question for those who would like to join in our conversation. The first person to answer it, I'll announce their name as the winner for the first riddle of the night. Sorry, brother. Somebody just wrote, your message is very long. At-tahiyatu lillahi wa salawatu. After this, you should read Allahumma salli ala Muhammad, Allahumma barik ala Muhammad, and do dua in Arabic, any dua that you like. Muhammad Imran says, Assalamu alaikum, I'm joining from France. Before I was in North London, Edmonton Green. Welcome, Muhammad Imran. Why have you gone to France? Stay in the UK, bro. It's a nicer country. Just joking. Wherever you are, may Allah bless you. Assalamu alaikum, brother. Excuse the naivety when the word we is referred in the Quran. Why is we not an I as an example? We have prepared a painful punishment. When Allah says nahnu or we, it is the royal we. I as in the majestic I. And whenever in the English language, majestic I is used, it's often used with we to denote the power and authority of Allah. Not in plural sense of the word, but in the majestic sense of the word. You will find this in classical English literature too, that when the kings and queen, or even the queen here is addressing, she doesn't refer to I, she would say we, our government. My government is probably what you would say, but we is often. Iqbal Ahmed saying, Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum assalam, brother Iqbal. Thank you very much for joining. Abdul Malik, wa alaikum assalam. Arfan Rayan, wa alaikum assalam. Somebody has answered that already. Jahada Abdul said Asr. Omar Hussein said Isha. Abdul Kashim said Witr. Arfan Rayan said Assalamu alaikum. Taraweeh Salah, no. Nima Sachid said Maghrib. Assalamu alaikum Mushtaq Ahmad. Thank you for joining. The riddle for today is I'm a prayer amongst the I'm the prayer amongst the 5 obligatory prayers. I am prayed quietly. The prayer before me is prayed loudly, and the one after me is prayed loudly too. Which prayer am I? Which prayer am I? I'm proud of my nephew, Imam Qazi Abdul Qadir. Well, your Imam Qazi Abdul Qadir has come, mashallah, and delighted our eyes, alhamdulillah. What is that? Sanjida Chowdhury. What? Lafdul Jalala. I don't know what that is, sister. I'm talking about prayer. I'm a prayer amongst 5 daily prayers. There is no Lafdul Jalala in any of the prayers. Is Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, and Isha. Amongst those, the prayer before me is prayed loudly, and prayer after me is also prayed loudly. Which prayer am I? Which prayer am I? The prayer before me is prayed loudly, and the one after me is prayed loudly. Which prayer am I? It's not Isha, definitely. It's not Maghrib, definitely. Somebody has already answered it. I don't want to spoil your fun. We also have been joined by Brother Junaid. I'm going to get him on. But before I get Junaid, let me see if anybody can answer this question. Isha, no, it's not Isha, of course. Taraweeh, of course not. Taraweeh is not 5 obligatory prayer. My Lord, for the last 5 days I've been saying, Taraweeh is not an obligation. It's a sunnah. Rasulullah only prayed Taraweeh 3 times in his lifetime. How can it be an obligation? Abdul Aziz Ahmed has just responded saying it's Asr prayer on the Friday. You have to say it's a Friday Asr prayer. Otherwise it's wrong. Friday Asr prayer. Then it's right. Thank you, Mukhlisur Rahman. Those of you who are saying don't give half answers, Friday Asr prayer. Prayer before me on Friday is Jum'ah prayer, prayed loudly. Prayer after me is Maghrib prayer, prayed loudly. Asr prayer on Jum'ah day is the only prayer this riddle is talking about. Not Faroz, Fard, Muhammad Imran. Faroz is Fard. The obligatory prayer. It's Arabic word, inshallah. Asr prayer on a Friday, Sanjida Chowdhury. Thank you very much. Lovely. Let's invite my dear brother Junaid, who looks remarkably like Suhail. I wonder if he's connected to Suhail in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to ask him that question in a minute. Yes, Asr prayer on a Jum'ah day. Brother Suhail is a look-alike. I'm not sure if I've got it right. Brother Junaid, salam alaikum.
Salam alaikum, brother. How are you doing?
How are you? Alhamdulillah. Do you look like Junaid?
We're all brothers, aren't we, end of the day?
I said, you look like Junaid. You didn't hear me. I got you there. I know you are Junaid. I said, do you look like Junaid? Yeah, I know. Suhail is your brother.
Suhail is actually, I'm another Junaid.
And Suhail is your brother.
Suhail is my brother in religion as well.
MashaAllah. Allah bless you. Allah bless. Alhamdulillah. So, brother Junaid, tell me, what would you like to, what did you have for iftar first?
Iftar, the usual, had some kebabs and some rice, some salad, water.
How do you manage kebabs? Just tell me. Well, how do you manage it? I still can't do kebabs.
You still can't do, man. That's why everyone's saying you look so good, maybe because that's what you don't eat.
No kebabs.
You have the diet. No kebabs.
I'm not sure about that. MashaAllah. You have been involved with you've been involved with Wightman Road Mosque for a long time.
Yeah, I've been I'm a local resident actually, so I live a couple of roads just near the mosque. So I've been with the mosque for over 21 years. I'm a local user. My son, he did his hifz there as well. So since I lived here, I've been, using the mosque and know a lot of people around there basically. So
do you know Aziz Ahmed?
I know a lot of people there. I've made a lot of friends there. I was just talking earlier on that how much I'm missing the Ramadan. Normally this time of the year, I'd be sitting at reception, sipping some tea in the mosque and seeing everyone by. So really missing all that. But however, I think you've got a wonderful program, brother, that you're doing. It's nice to have someone like you presenting this and making this more as a proper show now.
Alhamdulillah. Allah bless you. Allah bless you. Okay, so you've got a message to give, a key message to give on behalf of the Wightman Road Mosque. I'm going to let you speak and I'm going to put you on a solo screen on your own. I'll mute my microphone and let you speak.
Yeah, my message is, first of all, to start off with, if you all make prayers. My mum passed away in March, late this year, and my dad early on a Friday, on April as well.
Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. We make dua for your parents and may Allah have mercy on their soul. We should say Ameen. Please carry on, my brother, carry on.
Razia Begum and Al-Hajj Abdul Muddus, so please make dua for them. So brothers, also condolence to all of you who have lost loving members of your family. I really do understand what you're going through because I'm actually in that position. But what can we do? It's Allah's will, and He's taken our loved ones away. And inshallah, one day we will return to them again. So please, from my message, first of all, do listen to the government's advice. Keep yourself at home, like our prophets told us. Try to protect yourself and the family. Don't go out to like some people. This is our duty to make sure that we look after ourselves and our family. So please make sure that all the guidelines we are following as much as possible to safeguard each and every one. Also, brothers, the mosque, I've been the local mosque user for a number of years. My family used to go there. The mosque, it's an extremely mosque. Our uncle Ali started many years ago, and obviously with every single brick. And today we can see the beauty of where it's come to. However, the mosque, every day it's got expense in our household. We have to pay bills, electric, gas, money for the staff, etc. So these bills don't go away. Every month we all have to pay these bills. So please don't forget about your local mosques, because without your support, then we can't sustain to ensure that we pay all the bills for the mosque on a regular basis. Also, there's a lot of other things that a mosque needs to do. I was just talking earlier, I had a couple of people that work with me, they might be Muslims many years ago, but they don't know how to pray, or they don't know what to do. So some of brothers were calling me and saying, Junaid, brother, please take us to that mosque that you took us the other day. I really felt comfortable there. So we need to do projects to see how we can guide these people who are coming back to Islam, and how do we teach them to pray? How do we teach them to give more dawah? Increase their knowledge. So these are projects that we have to do. It's our duty to do that. Also, things like, I'm from Bangladesh, so I've been seeing a lot of people, poor people, back in my country that don't have food. Luckily, we're getting at least 2 meals a day here, but in my country there ain't. So does a lot of stuff like charity as well. So we gather money and it's given to some reputable charities to give out to people, whether it's an orphanage or whether during a flood crisis, etc. The other beauty about the community of mosque, we have a variety of people using this mosque. So it's not just from the same community. They're from different ethnic backgrounds, and that's one of the beauty about this mosque. We get to mix with other ethnic communities in the mosque, and it's a unique mosque, and we seem to get on with each other like brothers and sisters, and it's a way of knowing the community, and sometimes it's a way of sometimes you're feeling lonely, you can go to the mosque on a Fridays, or especially during Ramadan. It gives you that relationship, and your relationship with the mosque more, and that's what actually it's all about. And I would urge everyone, please support your mosque, whether if you have any money that you normally pay on a weekly basis, save that for now. Maybe when the mosque opens, you can pay that, or pay it online, set up a small maybe direct debit, whatever can, because this mosque is yours. If you don't support it, then no one will support it. Someone from a different area will not come and support it. And alhamdulillah, one of the things is our uncles, brother Ali, and our aunties, everyone, they started this foundation for us, and inshallah, we need to take this now to the next level. Like, for example, now we're having this pandemic, we should now consider, just speaking to the management today and thinking like, we need to maybe look at a funeral service for the mosque. Even if we got capacity for 1 or 2 people that we can keep in the mosque, that's capacity for 1 or 2 people. And also like people who we do it's a non-profit organization where we could support people who don't financially be able to afford the funeral service. So we can do it for profit, non-profit organization, as a way of serving the community that needs it, basically. So the mosque has to do many projects, but to do these projects, we do need money in order to move these projects forward. And also, it's not just about money. Also, you can help the mosque by volunteering, giving your knowledge. Like Brother Ajmal, he's an excellent presenter, and he's doing all this for the love of the mosque, and for the community. So every skill that you have, you might have a certain type of skill, bring it to the mosque, and this is also a way of paying the mosque. It's not just by financial that I've given money. Money is not just one way. There are other ways that you can come and support the mosque in help in different projects, etc. So that's all I have to say. Is that okay, Brother Ajmal?
Of course it is. May Allah bless you, Brother Junaid. Your internet connection is also very poor, but we heard you. May Allah give you hayatan tayyiba. May Allah bless your family, and may Allah have mercy on your parents and give them Jannatul Firdaus, inshallah. We say Ameen. Thank you, Brother Junaid. I'm going to let you go, and inshallah we'll have you again very soon. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi
Thank you very
wa
much.
barakatuh. Okay, that's Brother Junaid. He had very poor internet connection, unfortunately. Today, internet has been playing up in all parts of our country, unfortunately. Okay, now it's the moment of truth. So for those of you who are trying to answer that question, the answer was Asr prayer on a Friday. Asr prayer on a Friday. The riddle was, I'm part of 5 daily prayer. Prayer before me is prayed aloud. Prayer after me is prayed aloud. Which prayer am I? Of course, Asr prayer is prayed quietly. Dhuhr prayer is prayed quietly every day. except Friday. On a Friday, you pray Dhuhr loudly, and Maghrib is loud, so it has to be Jum'ah day, Friday, Asr prayer. Okay. Somebody said, Faisal Ahmad said, I had to stop driving to hear the answer and wondering what could be the answer. It was Asr prayer on a Friday, my brother. Can Taraweeh prayer be performed while reading the Quran physically? So you hold the Quran like this, and can you read and read the prayer? Yes, you can. It is perfectly allowed. You can, especially for prayers like this. It's nafil prayer, it's sunnah prayer, it's not an obligatory prayer. Uncle Aziz, Uncle Junaid, mashallah, looks amazing with the beard, mashallah. I didn't know he didn't have a beard before. Well done. Aisha Ahmad, the plant. I don't know what that is. Azad Mia says, Salaam alaikum, brothers and sisters. Salam, brother Ajmal. Wa alaikum assalam. Thank you very much for amazing messages. Aisha Ahmad said, a early lesson to you is, if you have nothing positive to say, you should give your phone back to your parents and use a phone when you're old enough to use. My dad was Aziz Ahmed. Okay, very good. Junaid Ahmed is saying, my dad was a regular attendee at Wightman Road Mosque. He is no longer with us. May Allah have mercy on his soul. Please, can I ask everyone to pray that Allah grants him Jannatul Firdaus? Ameen. His grandchild Yusuf recited the Quran today, and alhamdulillah, Allah Azza wa Jalla will bless his grandfather for leaving such an amazing legacy behind. Do tell us if we got it right. Yes, those of you who have answered the question saying Friday, Jum'ah, you got that right. Can you do another riddle? Of course we can. Riddle number 2. Okay, let's do a second riddle. I am a supplication that is offered 17 times a day. I am a supplication that is attributed to the entire revelation. I am a supplication that can heal, and I'm a supplication without which no prayer is ever complete. Which supplication am I? I am a dua, basically. I'm a dua that is offered 17 times a day. I'm a dua that is attributed to the entire revelation. I am a dua that can heal. I'm a dua without which no prayer is ever complete. Which dua am I? That's riddle number 2. Which dua am I? I'm waiting for answers from people. The questions that have been submitted to us by email, by messages, I'm going to try and answer a few. Can my loved ones who have gone to Allah visit me? No. If somebody has passed away, Abdullah from Leighton is asking, if somebody has passed away, they can't visit you. The world is finished. The world is closed for them. That's why they have left. They've gone and joined Allah. When you die and you go to the other side, Allah Azza wa Jalla will eventually bring us all together in our destinations in the hereafter. But once we are dead, we cannot meet our loved ones on this earth while we're alive. Question number 2. Why do people say revert when they are converts? It's up to them. Revert is a technical term. Everybody is born a Muslim, according to saying of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, everyone is born a Muslim. It is their environment that changes them to becoming a follower of all the other faiths, or any faith for that matter, or no faith. So everyone is born a Muslim. And when a person embraces Islam, they revert back to their original Islam. So therefore, some people like to call them reverts. Some people say they're converts. I don't like the word convert. I prefer to say they have embraced Islam. They're new Muslims, mashallah. May Allah accept all of our efforts. Third question, why did Allah create evil and disease? Was it to just test us? Well, my brothers and sisters, if Allah did not create evil, how would we know what good is? If there was no night, how would you know what day is? If there was no pain, how would you know what is pleasure? Unless there is an opposite, logically, you will not be able to experience or ever know what the positive is if you don't know negative. So for good to exist, there must be evil that you can check against and not do in order to remain good. It's obvious. Everything has an opposite in everything. Good, evil, day, night, hot, cold. Everything has got an evil opposite. Good, evil, equally. Why did Allah create all of this? Yes, everything is part of our journey. We must be able to control ourselves, train ourselves to do the right thing. We've got a brain, and using our brain, we should be able to determine what is right and what is wrong. Is that not bad? Why does he want us to suffer? Allah doesn't want you to suffer. You make choices that open up the doors for suffering. Allah doesn't cause you suffering. Natural disasters happen. That is the way the nature has been designed. But it doesn't necessarily mean you suffer. Not all natural disasters mean you suffer. And suffering doesn't mean that it hasn't been inflicted on you by yourself. So if you look at it like this, you will never be able to reconcile. You have to accept that for you to gain, you have to lose. For you to enjoy pleasure, you have to understand what pain is. For you to be able to understand what is to sleep, you should be able to enjoy what it means to be awake. For you to understand what hunger means, or what joy of food means, you should be able to feel hunger. It's a very natural cycle of life. Why do different cultures judge each other in terms of piety? Surely Allah is the judge. Is absolutely right. We should not be judging one another. We judge each other at our own detriment. Our problem is we are the judges on the basis of no real ground. What's there to judge? So let me explain this to you, my brothers and sisters. In Islam, all cultures are wonderful unless they clearly contradict a teaching of Islam. If something clearly contradicts a clear teaching of Islam, then that culture is not acceptable. If culture doesn't contradict Islam, then all cultures are Islamic. Whether you're Bangladeshi, whether you're Pakistani, whether you are Indian, Gujarati, whether you're Somalian, whether you are Algerian, Nigerian, whether you are Eritrean, Ethiopian, Egyptian, Saudi Arabian, Jordanian, Mongolian, Malaysian, Chinese, Japanese, European, English, Scottish, French, Irish, Swedish, Norwegian, Finnish, wherever you come from, every culture, every people are part and parcel of Allah's creation, and we must celebrate them. Unless a culture clearly contradicts Islam, then every culture is fine. If it contradicts it, we don't accept it. Let me give you an example. There are some people who come to the mosque, if you go to someone's home, in some homes you will see the prayer mat, the corner is folded up. So corner is folded up. And when you ask them, why is the corner folded up? They say, oh, it's because shaitan will come and pray. That's a cultural belief. It's nothing to do with Islam. If shaitan will come and pray, put 20 more mats out, let him pray. Why would you deprive shaitan of prayer? And if shaitan prayed and became good, wouldn't that be a good thing for all of us? Because it's a cultural mumbo jumbo, we reject this. It is silly, irrational, illogical. So we don't accept cultural mumbo jumbo if they contradict Islam. If it doesn't contradict Islam, it's absolutely fine. So it's very important. So we should not judge each other's cultures and people. Only we should be clear if the culture contradicts Islam. That's the most important thing. Okay, some messages on the side I need to read out. Let me see. Oh, yes, second riddle. Yes, second riddle. The answer is Fatiha. You're absolutely right. Surah Al-Fatiha. That's the first chapter of the Quran. Is known as the introduction to the Quran, brothers and sisters. If you want to understand Surah Al-Fatiha, you should read it again and again and again and again. Okay, that was my second riddle. The third riddle for the day, and this is the last one for today. I'm not going to say anymore. I'm a country in Africa, surrounded by another country from three sides. The fourth side is the sea. I am named because of the river that cuts through the heart of my land. I am a Muslim majority country. Which country am I? Let me repeat this again. I'm a country in Africa, surrounded by another country from three sides. The fourth side is the sea. I am named because of the river that cuts through the heart of my land. I'm a Muslim majority country. Which country am I? For those of you who did not hear it, for the last and the final time, I'm a country in Africa, surrounded by another country from three sides. The fourth side is the sea. I am named because of the river that cuts through the heart of my land. I'm a Muslim majority country. Which country am I? Jenny Little, I'm afraid you have to keep on answering. I'll tell you the answer to the end. Keep on guessing. Which country am I? Okay, brothers and sisters, my phone volume has died. Well, I'm so sorry, probably because I'm so loud. Aziz Ahmed, you should put the phone volume lower so that you don't get this projected voice, very loud voice coming and causing you trouble. Anybody else would like to participate in our riddle today? Riddle answer is Egypt. No, Alfonso, you're wrong. Jenny, you are wrong. It's not Egypt. Remember the question. I am a country in Africa surrounded by another country from three sides. The fourth side is the sea. I am named because of the river that cuts through my heart. I am a Muslim majority country. Which country am I? Egypt is not named because of River Egypt. River of Egypt is Nile. Egypt is not called Nile. I'm looking for a country. The country is named by its river. If you know the answer. Okay, where is my last guest? I'm waiting for last guest, Imam Mushtaq, to join us. Imam Mushtaq, you should have received Raha Chaudhry saying Nigeria. I'm sorry, Raha Chaudhry, you're wrong. Imam Mushtaq, where are you? Imam Mushtaq has been sent a message long time ago. I'm still waiting for Imam Mushtaq to join us. Imam Mushtaq, if you're not going to join us, I'm going to give it to somebody else. It's a promise. Come on, join us if you can hear me. It is, I'm on, we're going live. We're waiting for you to come and make dua. It is not Nigeria. It is not Nigeria. It is not Egypt. Which country am I talking about? It is the third riddle of the night today. Who is going to be able to get this riddle right? Let's see. Anybody out there who knows the answer to this question? My country has been named, the country has been named by the river that surrounds it from all three sides. Okay, Imam Mushtaq is here. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
You're doing the dua?
Inshallah.
Bismillah.
We're ready. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allahumma laka al-hamdu kulluhu wa laka al-shukru kulluhu wa ilayka yurja'u al-amru kulluhu alaniyatuhu wa sirruhu. اللهم لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك. اللهم لا نحصي ثناء عليك أنت كما أثنيت على نفسك. اللهم صل على محمد كلما ذكره الذاكرون وصل على محمد كلما غفل عن ذكره الغافلون. رب أعنا ولا تعن علينا وانصرنا ولا تنصر علينا وامكر لنا ولا تمكر علينا واهدنا الهدى ويسر الهدى لنا وانصرنا على من بغى علينا. رب اجعلنا لك ذكارا لك شكارا لك رهابا لك مطواعا لك مخبتا إليك أواها منيبا. رب تقبل توبتنا واغسل حوبتنا وأجب دعوتنا وثبت حجتنا وسدد ألسنتنا واهد قلوبنا واسلل سخيمة صدورنا. اللهم اغفر لنا وارحمنا وارض عنا وتقبل منا وأدخلنا الجنة ونجنا من النار وأصلح لنا شأننا كله. اللهم إنا نسألك الثبات في الأمر ونسألك عزيمة الرشد ونسألك شكر نعمتك وحسن عبادتك ونسألك لسانا صادقا وقلبا سليما وخلقا مستقيما ونعوذ بك من شر ما تعلم ونسألك من خير ما تعلم ونستغفرك مما تعلم إنك أنت علام الغيوب.
اللهم ألف بين قلوبنا وأصلح ذات بيننا واهدنا سبل السلام ونجنا من الظلمات إلى النور وجنبنا الفواحش ما ظهر منها وما بطن وبارك لنا في أسماعنا وأبصارنا وقلوبنا وأزواجنا وذرياتنا وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم وجعلنا شاكرين لنعمتك مثنين بها قابليها وأتمها علينا اللهم اقسم لنا من خشيتك ما تحول به بيننا وبين معاصيك ومن طاعتك ما تبلغنا به جنتك ومن اليقين ما تهون به علينا مصائب الدنيا ومتعنا بأسماعنا وأبصارنا وقوتنا ما أحييتنا واجعله الوارث منا واجعل ثأرنا على من ظلمنا وانصرنا على من عادانا ولا تجعل مصيبتنا في ديننا ولا تجعل الدنيا أكبر همنا ولا مبلغ علمنا ولا تسلط علينا من لا يرحمنا اللهم زدنا ولا تنقصنا وأكرمنا ولا تهنا وأعطنا ولا تحرمنا وآثرنا ولا تؤثر علينا وأرضنا عنك وارض عنا اللهم ألهمنا رشدنا وأعذنا من شرور أنفسنا اللهم إنا نسألك فعل الخيرات وترك المنكرات وحب المساكين وأن تغفر لنا وترحمنا وإذا أردت بقوم فتنة فتوفنا غير مفتونين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
جزاك الله خيرا. Allah bless you. حياة طيبة إن شاء الله.
جزاكم الله خيرا إن شاء الله. See you.
Imam Mushtaq's amazing dua, Allah bless him. Allah give him hayatan tayyiba. He has an echo, so I don't want to talk too long. I'm not sure why everybody else's videos doesn't get an echo. Maybe somebody can look into this and try and help. Trust me, it's not because of my microphone. I keep my microphone on for everybody. So those of you who've been trying to answer the question, those who said Nigeria, Somalia, Egypt or Zimbabwe, you're all wrong. The correct answer is the Gambia. And the official name of that country is Republic of the Gambia. Aziz Ahmad, I know you said you studied geography 60 years ago. The official name of the country is Republic of the Gambia. Otherwise, your answer is incorrect. You have to get the answer correct. It's the Gambia. Anyway, may Allah bless you all. May Allah give you hayatun tayyiba. I'm going to have to say good night tonight. It's already 11 o'clock, slightly past and over. Inshallah, see you tomorrow. In the meantime, stay well, stay safe, and make lots of dua for all of us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.